Hi guys, in today's shows, I will try filling some gaps. See you after this. Hi everyone, Cake from Cake Plant Morning Shows. Today's I will try to fill some gaps. So I've got this part here where I need to put the base or the cover on, and you can see once the cover is assembled, there's a big gap at the top there. You can see there. Now I know most people will think of using Tamiya cement and using the squeeze method, but like when you are filling seam lines, but because this gap is too wide, it's not gonna work. Let's go through the materials that I'm gonna need for this exercise. Now firstly, I'm gonna need Mr. Servicer 500 in a bottle. And I'm also gonna need some isopropyl alcohol IPA, which I've got it in a smaller bottle. And I've also gonna need some cotton buds or swipe. Now the idea is to apply some Mr. Servicer to fill the gaps. Then I'm gonna use IPA to wipe off the excess. Which means the servicer will fill up the gaps, but the surrounding area will be cleaned off. It's similar theory when we are doing panel lines. Basically, you put paint onto the area and then you use thinner to wipe off the excess. The difference this time is that we're using thicker solution than paint, so it can stay in that hollow area. So basically, I'll apply some Mr. Servicer to the gaps. Now, it doesn't have to be very exact. You don't have to sort of line it up around that gap there. Even if it's done over the area, it's fine because we're going to clean it up later on. So there you go. Now I'm going to let the Servicer dry. Now, after I've left it sit there for this one, I left it for 20 minutes. You can leave it for longer. At the moment, it's pretty much touch dry. I'm going to start cleaning up. Now what I'll do is I'll wet a cotton bud with some IPA. Then I start wiping or rubbing the servicer off. It takes a little bit of time and it's just need a little bit of work. Firstly, it looks like it doesn't come off, but gradually once it's moist up, it will just come off. Eventually, I'll get a result like this. Now some people might ask if you can use Tamiya putty. Since Mr. Servicer, it's also a lacquer-based filler. The answer is yes, and you can go for the same method too by using IPA to clean it off. Tamiya putty can dry out a little bit harder, so it might take a little bit more time to remove. Also, I've seen pro builders in Japan using lacquer thinner to do the cleanup too. Since Mr. Servicer is a lacquer-based, just that lacquer thinner is a lot more abrasive on the plastic, and if you're using too much, it can damage the parts. As long as you don't use a lot, in theory that should work. Also, the good thing about using this method is I'm not sanding the parts, so especially with details and things like that, it's harder to sand it because you're going to remove the details, and it's easier to just wipe things off and leave whatever in there. So this is our show for today. Thank you for watching it. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, share, comment, and hit the notification buttons. Otherwise, we'll see you again in a couple of weeks' time. See ya, bye.